and stuff like that. And, like, I'm not very far in it yet. So I think that's where, like, I'll probably end up hitting the same kind of, like, gripe with it that you did. I think Tactics probably had one of the best stories. Like, Tactics' story was, like, leaps above. But that's what I feel about a lot of, like, the lower quality graphic ones. And don't get me wrong, like, 8 and 9 had very, very good graphics for, like, the console that they were fucking on. Yeah. They weren't executed as well. And that's kind of where, like, my gripe is with the combat system after after, like, 9 and 10. 10, I enjoyed the combat system, especially where you could switch out characters. But that's where I kind of had my gripe with the Sphere Grid as well, is there wasn't the focus on individual characters as there wasn't in the previous games. And I think that I can kind of have the same gripe with, as much as I loved 8, 8 kind of had the same instance with that is each character didn't have a specific turn-based battles. I 100% agree with that. That's where Square kind of fumbled. I think I've been saying this all day and the last couple days. I think they should have kept their mainline games, all of the numbered series, turn-based. And then any offshoots, any sequels, tweak the battle system whatever way you want. Kind of like they did with Crisis Core for 7 and Origins for the prequel to Final Fantasy 1. But my gripe for Final Fantasy 10 and 8 is the fact that everyone was you could basically make them every class. At the start of the game, it was really cool, because, she's not fucking... Ooh, items, Phoenix down, fucking Daniil. But, like, everybody was every single class, and it irritated the fuck out of me, because it's like, nobody is special now. Like, Lulu, when you started her off, she's a fucking black mage. It goes in and tells you all the benefits of having a black mage for, like, these magical-based creatures where they don't take any fucking damage from like, they take barely any damage from your physical attacks. So it's like, there's a reason you need your black mage. There's a reason Waka is there, because he hits the aerial characters with more damage, and it's easier for him to hit them. Like, I love how after, like, because that's one of the things I really didn't like about 8, is because everybody was a summoner, everybody was a black mage, everybody was a physical beast when, you did the junction system with them. And then I love how they went back with 9 to, like, Vivi is your black mage. Garness and... I can't remember how to say her name properly. Aiko were your summoners and your white mages. Like, even if you doubled them up on something. But then you had your thief and damage-based character as fucking Zidane. Steiner was your fucking... Like, this game, Steiner was your like, he was kind of like a red mage almost, where he had... he was like a big tank, but he could use a little bit of... magic-based skills. Kind of why I feel influence from 10 in 13. Yeah, you need different classes for different enemies. 100%. Like, that's why... like, obviously, you have your... I'm going to go in here because I forget the fucking names of them. Yeah, you have your, like, Commando is your damage base. Your Ravager is, like, a very black mage-based system. Your Medic is your white mage. What else was there? Because I think he's got... No, he just has Ravager right now. Ravager Medic, Commander Ravager. And then, you have your Sentinel for those fucking heavy hitters, so they can sit there and fucking, like, absorb all the damage from your really squishy classes. So it's like, you need those things. But, like... I feel like 13 does the thing 10 was trying to do. Yeah, exactly. The shift system 10 is what 10 was trying to do, but better. You can have everybody as everything, but you can't have everybody as everything at the same time. That's where they failed. Because having everybody as everything at the same time is too much. Because it's just like everybody can use all of the black magic at once. Everybody can use all of this at once. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I could have 3 Ravengers at once. But keeping everybody as all Ravengers at once can backfire. Because it's like, oh, well, now nobody can heal. So now that nobody can heal, I'm taking so much damage, and I have to, you know, rip through my items. Oh, exactly. I love it. And that's why I'm not as angry about the way they did the turn-based style in 13, because they did it in a unique way where you're still getting the really cool part of the turn-based system, like the nostalgia and like the tactics based combat of the turn-based system, but they gave it that tweak. They gave it that tweak it needed to be unique, and I don't mind that. Because I find like a lot of them over the years did that little tweak to the turn-based system to make you look at it and go, that's interesting. It's still turn-based like I like, but it's got something to make it stand out above the rest and make it interesting. Like, that's where I like that. That's where I like 7, where 7 is kind of like the same thing that they did with 8 and the same thing they did with 10, where everybody can be a summoner, everybody can be damage based and stuff like that. But they made it customizable where they all really couldn't be everything at once if you wanted to have a balanced team. Like, don't get me wrong, everybody could heal if you wanted them to. Everybody could have some damaging magic or a summon, but you couldn't just equip everybody with everything all and have a very balanced team. So you wanted somebody, obviously wanted everybody to have some type of healing, but then at the same time you wanted to have somebody tanked out with a lot of magic. And a lot of people with one person to have all of your buffs and stuff like that, or somebody with your most powerful summons. So I find 7 did it in a unique enough way that it didn't make it seem crazy. Not a problem. I'm gonna be streaming every day for the next little bit. But once I get back to work, when my boss gives me a call, then I'll be doing just Saturdays and Sundays. But I'm gonna try and keep it early morning. Obviously, unless something comes up, because every now and again I do D&D on the weekends with some friends, but it's usually only once a month. Thanks a lot, Kev. Hopefully, we'll see you again. What is that sound out there? There's a lot of clinking. The clinking makes me nervous. There was metal clinking. Maybe. But yeah, so each Final Fantasy had especially where they got away from the the turn-based style of things. I feel like they need to go back to that, but at the same time I understand why they don't, because the majority of games that people are going for are action-adventure or Souls-like games. So, if you're gonna sit there and kind of go away from that, it's definitely gonna hurt sales. But, at the same time, the main people that are coming back for your Final Fantasy games are your core base. They're coming back for the Final Fantasy experience. So, when you sit there and kind of, take that away from them, I feel like that definitely hurts you in the long run. Because, you're kind of, almost alienating your core fan base. It's kind of one of the reasons, like, where, like, when I'm streaming, I don't go for, like, I don't try and go for that thing that everybody does. Like, the majority of streamers out there, and the majority of the reason why a lot of them don't, like, blow up either, is a lot of them are doing the competitive games. They're playing Warzone, they're playing Apex, they're playing Overwatch, you know, they're playing, League of Legends and stuff like that. They're doing that on stream, but then they're doing it at the same time that the big streamers are out there, or like they're doing it at this, like, it's hard to get into, I guess, like a good time slot with those, because everybody out there is trying to do those games. So like the market for them is saturated. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a ton of people watching them, but 90% of those people are out there watching the same 3 or 4 people. So it's like, how do you steal the viewer base from these people that have like hundreds of thousands of people watching them? So like, I look at it as, I'm playing games anyways, so I'm going to play the ones that I enjoy. If I get people in, that's fucking great. Like, I love having you people here. I love interacting with all of you, and and like, I love that you're here supporting me. But at the same time, like, I'm also enjoying myself. Like, what's the point in doing it if you can't enjoy yourself? So, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I love my odd competitive games. Like, I love the Bloody Roar series. Like, I used to be a huge Tekken fan. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball FighterZ was, I loved that when it fucking came out. I was like heavy into that. Like, even the I used to play the competitive, like doing online with it, because like mostly I just play fucking single player games because I hate playing against people, because too many people sweat for games for no reason. Like, I can understand if you're making money off of it or you're doing it competitively, 100% fucking sweat to death, make that fucking money. But like, if you're sweating and raging out because you're not the best person in existence, well, like, you're not enjoying a game. You're trying to do something, like, you're trying to get up there and make money, but like, you're trying too hard. Like, there are too many people that are very, very big tryhards in the competitive games when they just don't. And like, I'm not saying I'm huge and hugely good at like competitive games, but they're trying too hard when they're not in that level. And I'm not saying they're not good, but like, when it comes to the point where you think you're like the be all end all, and you're making it so that people are leaving the game because you just make the game unfun, like, I don't understand the point of that. I really don't. Because, like, you should enjoy the game you're playing. And, like, a lot of these people who do, like, competitive games, they make it so that they hate themselves. They rage at the game. They're like, why the fuck is this happening? Or, like, they're the people that complain that something needs to be nerfed, when all it is that people found something good and they're using something or getting used to something, and now they're like, and which brings me to another point that I hate, is meta in all of these competitive games. Because like, no, it's like, you know, going into a game where all, like, say if it's like 6v6, all 12 people are using the exact same fucking gun. Like, why? What is the point of that? It's like, it's no longer, you're like, it's no longer unique. It's just everybody with the exact same gun. Like, what is the point? And like, that brings me back to it. It's like, you're trying to be like everyone else, which is why a lot of people who play the competitive games don't make it on fucking, you know, any streaming platform, is because they're trying to be everybody else, and they don't have, like, anything unique about themselves. Which is why you see a lot of people doing, like, the VTuber stuff, or putting on the characters. Like there's two people out there, like it's these two couples this couple that streams, and they dress up as fucking dwarves. Like do something like do something like that. Like make yourself interesting for people, because if you're not like the best and you're not like popping off every game that you have or most of the games that you have, you're gonna lose your follower base, like 100%. Like they'll go really quick when you start getting up into the lobbies where people are just fucking monsters. Like if you're somebody in Apex that's hitting fucking Diamond and Pred every season, you're probably gonna do like fairly all right. I gotta get rid of that one. You're probably gonna do fairly all right because you're a fucking beast at the game. But if you're somebody who's like consistently in the lower ranks and you can't get out of them, don't play Apex as your main game. Like don't. You're just gonna lose everybody, because at the start you're gonna be in the lobbies where it's like, yeah, I'm doing good, I'm getting like a bunch of kills and I'm showing some like crazy skill, but then you're gonna get up in like these higher skilled lobbies and you're gonna get fucking shit on. So like you gotta be able to enjoy what you do. Like, you know, like some people were saying before with me, where like my interaction with people in here, they really enjoy it. And, like, that's what I love to do. So, like, I love when people are in here. Like, I love talking to you guys. When there's more people, like, interacting in chat, like, it's nice to be able to, like, bounce back and forth off people. But at the same time, if there's nobody to bounce back and forth with, you have to be able to keep up that conversation even when people aren't there. Because if people come in and you're just sitting here and you're, like, playing the game, people are gonna come in. They're going to see that, and it's probably going to turn them away, because it's like, the only real games that you can do that with, like I said before, is the competitive ones, and that's if you're fucking cracked. If you're cracked into your mind in a competitive game, you don't really need to say a fucking thing. Because a lot of the times, like, especially when you get to those people that are, like, the really big streamers, like Shroud and Ninja and stuff like that, and, like, Pokimane, I don't know if she's still like relevant. I know there was some, like, a lot of stuff that I was seeing about her, but I don't really follow it. But like when you get up there and like it's hard to keep track of your chat too. But like unless you're cracked at a game, like you need to be able to either put on a gimmick or like you need to be able to like just monologue.
Put on a show.
Yeah, like, you need to put on a show. You need to be able to draw people in. Like, a lot of the times, like, even if you're good at a game, like, you need to be able to do, like, and that's why you need to be able to be usually, like, really cracked at some of these, like, competitive games. You need to draw people in. If you can't draw people in being, like, over-the-top good or fucking heal me before I die, please. Like, over-the-top good or friggin' putting on like a show or like a persona or something like that, you're not gonna keep your audience. And it's the same thing. A lot of people get scared of when they're streaming. Is like you can get burnt out really easily streaming. Like 100%, you could sit there and oh, fucking coughing. You can get burnt out from doing it if you don't do it in a proper way. Like, if you're putting every bit of your effort every single day, fucking 6 to 12 hours a day streaming, you're gonna burn yourself out. Like, I started off like that on Twitch. Like, I was doing fucking... That was my hobby. Like, that, like... I was single, and all I was doing was playing video games all day, so I was like, you wanna know what? I'm just gonna stream every single time I play video games. Because, why not? Doing that took me forever to make fucking affiliate on Twitch. Like, streaming 8 to 16 hours a day if I had a day off. Or, like, streaming 6 hours, like, if I was just doing it, like, after work and, like, after I've got everything taken care of. and just, like, especially when you're starting out, like, it's impossible to hit your fucking goals. It's like well, I don't want to enter there yet. Or do I? Let's check this map first. But, like, it's impossible to... Oh, no, I'm supposed to go that way, apparently. What? But yeah, it's impossible to hit your affiliate doing that, because, like, unless you've got people there, like, minimum 3 people there for the entire 8 to 10 hours, you're not going to get anything. Like, you're fucking... Oh, that was just to run back here. Well, that kind of sucked. At least I get some more points. But your follower or your viewer average is just going to fucking tank. Like, I was sitting there, and, like, sometimes I'd have, like, 3 to 5 people for, like, a little bit, like, an hour or 2, but then I'd sit there, and for, 3 or 4 of those hours, I'd have one person. People. So, like, my viewer average just tanked. So, like, when you're starting out, you need to limit your stream time. You need to think of the way, like, you're gonna do things, and, like, then you also don't burn out, because, like, there's a lot of people who try and do the streaming thing that when they're not getting their viewers and they're not making it as fast as they want to, they fucking cry about it. They get discouraged, and then they stop, and then, like, they never go back to it, and that's how you fail. Like, if you're if you're streaming to try and make it fucking big, like, and think you're gonna make it big right out the get-go, you're fucking fooling yourself. Like, trying to get, like, big and trying to get, like, to make it on Twitch or YouTube is a lot of work. Like, you have to be posting on, like, social media everywhere, every day, so people are seeing your face, seeing your content. Like, you gotta get your clips out there. Like, if you're not doing that, you won't make it at all. You can pull up the map. Equivalent to the square button? Oh, okay, thank you. I've been going the long way the whole time. I just didn't look over fast enough to see your comment there, Lightning. Thank you very much. This game is dedicated to you. You're right there. Right fucking... You're here. But, like, that's why, like, you gotta get out there, and you gotta... like, look at working on things. The second I dropped my stream time down on Twitch from like 6 to 12 hours a day, depending on the day, to like fucking 2 to 4 hours a day, my viewer average fucking skyrocketed, and I got like affiliate in a week. Like, that's why you see people sitting there now going, affiliate's nothing to get, and it really isn't. Like, you need to stream for so many hours during the month, easy. I think it's 7 days out of the month, easy. And the average is always the hardest part. But if you're streaming too much, then your average is just gonna fucking tank. And, like, too many people don't realize that. Like, starting out until you get that follower base, 2 to 4 hours is, like, premium time. And then it all depends on what game you play. Like, affiliate is so easy, you can do it by yourself. You don't even need viewers, because you can literally just open up your stream on 3 separate things. Like, throw it up on your computer, throw it up on your phone, throw it up on like a smart appliance somewhere, and boom, you're all good to go. No harm, no foul. Like, how easy is that? You can get affiliate by yourself. Like, fucking stream for 2 hours a day for a week, and have your stream up on 3 separate things. Boom, affiliate done. Your first week streaming on Twitch. Then you can then you're fucking monetized. Now you can start getting like subs and stuff like that. Then find, your friends that have Amazon Prime. Find your friends that have Amazon Prime, get them to put that free sub in on... Are you still dead? No. Put that free sub in on fucking Twitch that they get every month. and then you're making money, like, even if it's just like the $50 every few months from like 3 or 4 friends giving you fucking $5 a month. So like that's $15 a month. So three months, and you've got, you know, an extra $50 in your pocket. But trying to hit like fucking partner on Twitch, that's where you need to build your community. That's where you need to like start your like marketing and like branch out, get your posts everywhere, because, you know, I forget how many hours you have to stream, but like even still, it's not a lot. I think you have to do 12 days out of the month, 12 days out of 30. That's no big deal. Most people are doing like at least 3 or 4 days a week. So like that's easy peasy. But then the average is 75 viewers. Average 75 viewers out of a fucking month? That is damn near fucking impossible. Like, without help. That's where, like, people need to realize that if you're not, like, especially when you're a small streamer, if you're not fucking interacting with your viewer base, if you're not putting on some kind of show, or, like, you know, putting on some kind of character, monologuing, whatever it is, or you're not, like, you know, the best of the best in whatever you're, like, whatever competitive game you're playing, you'll never hit partner. Like, do I expect to hit partner on Twitch? Probably not. Like, I do it for fun. I don't put, like, excessive amounts of time into it. Like, the last week and, like, probably the next couple weeks coming up, I'll put a lot of time into it. But, like, I do it on weekends. Like, I have, I usually have Saturday, Sunday off, unless, like, the boss calls me in for some extra work. And I was doing, like, 2 hours, 2 hours a day on the weekend, so fucking 4 hours a week. So, like, that's where I was at. I'm like, with where I'm doing both Twitch and TikTok now, I'll probably put in more than 2 hours. Like, I'm on fucking 4 hours right now. Like, I might up it to 4, especially where I'm going to be doing, like, early mornings on the weekend as opposed to waiting till, you know, fucking 12 or 2 o'clock. So, like, I might end up doing that. But, like, that's where I want to be. Like, I want to do it for fun. Like, I want to do it interacting with you guys. I want to enjoy the games I'm playing. I don't want to sit there and hate myself every time. Oh, I gotta put a fucking 4 hours in on TikTok or 4 hours in on Twitch. Oh, I can't believe I gotta play this game. Like, if you're doing that, like, streaming is not the way you want to go. Like, it's really not. It's the same way with, like, you know, jobs. And, like, don't get me wrong, I know it's hard to get out in a job industry that you're going to actually enjoy. You know, you got to make money first because you got to support yourself, and especially if, like, you have a family or something, like, that comes first and foremost. But, like, if you're like, if you can find a job that you like, I love my job. Like, I'm a plumber, and, like, going to work is fun for me. Like, I love building houses. I love going to service calls. I love, like, the troubleshooting of things and, like, sitting there and problem solving for all of these things that I go and do to any of these jobs. Which is why I love going to work now. Like, I was in the food industry for a long time, like, minimum probably 15 years. I'm trying to think now. Let's see, 10, be 28, 5 on that. So it's probably more than 15 years. It's probably like 17. Because I was, because I didn't get my first job till 18. I didn't get my first job until I got out of school. So 18. I've only been plumbing for the last almost 3 years. So I'm 37. So I was, you know, doing the food industry up until I was at least, like, we'll even put it a year back just because I'm almost on my 3rd year. So up until I was, like, 34. So let's see, 10 puts me to 28. So 4, and then, yeah, so 17 years I was in the food industry. And a lot of it was fucking... was management. Like, most of that was management. And don't get me wrong, I started off low management and shift lead and everything. But then I moved up, and like the last, I think, 7-ish years. Yeah, I think the last like 4 to 6 years were like store manager. And before that, 5 of those years was assistant store manager. So like at least 10 or 11 of those years was like upper management. And I hated every minute of it. Hated every single minute of the food industry. But now that we've gone our 4 hours, I don't want to get like too far into this. Like, we just saved there, so I think we're gonna call it a day. Thank you everybody on TikTok, everybody on Twitch. I'm gonna go over and we're gonna find somebody to raid. I haven't raided somebody in a good fucking hot minute. So if there's anybody in the channel there on Twitch right now, if you have somebody on Twitch, or even the people in over on TikTok right now, if you know somebody on Twitch that could use a boost to help get affiliate, like, I know it's not a lot, like I've only got like 5 people over there, but if you know anybody who could use a boost, or anybody who would make their day to have like some people pop in, like I'll wait a couple minutes while I'm looking, like pop somebody's name in chat, or like pop their link in there right now. Same over there on TikTok right now, just while I'm scrolling through trying to take a look. Like, let's make somebody's day. A lot of people playing Path of Exile right now. Yeah, like just chatting is like fucking almost 500,000 viewers. Path of Exile is almost at 300. Marvel Rivals is up there. FF13 score. I'm actually getting ready to log off for a little bit there, Goddess. We've been going for about 4 hours. We'll be back with some Star Ocean till the end of time tomorrow, probably around the same time. I'll be starting probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and we'll be going till around the same time today. Like the same time we did today, so probably around like 12, 1 o'clock. I usually do 2 to 4 hours. If you have anybody that you know that's on Twitch right now that could use a raid, fucking drop them in. I'm just getting ready to raid somebody over on Twitch right now. I do 13 every second day, so where I'm doing it today, it won't be tomorrow, but it'll be the next day. Up until I get back to like my full-time work, then it'll be every Sunday on the weekends. So I do Star Ocean one day, and then I flop over to Final Fantasy, and then I rotate each of them during the week. But yeah, if you got anybody that you think could use, there's Nico Boy who's playing Persona 4. Okay, perfect. Let's search him up right now. Take care of my child. Nico Boy Live, Persona 4. Let me see. No, that is definitely not who it was. Let me see here. Nico the Boy who's playing for Persona 4. I'm not seeing just that name. I'm not seeing them live right now. Can you, do you want to paste their link in the Twitch there? If it'll let you. If not, just send me like just send me a whisper right quick. Because I'm not seeing them at all right now. I'm not seeing them at all right now. Nope, we're gonna mute that so I don't start echoing on myself. Nico the Boy. Yeah, I'm not seeing them right now, Lightning. If you wanna put their link in there, because I got Nico the Bear Nice, Nico the Break, Nico Boy Live, but it didn't look like they were doing, but they got like 14,000 followers. I doubt they fucking need us. Kiko the Bozo at 24. Nico the Boy with 9. Maybe that's the one. Try the Ape. Is it like the Space Ape? Going viral, Ape Escape, Ape Escape. World of Warcraft, Counter-Strike. Oh, I am definitely not seeing them right now. Just give me a second there. Sorry, Twitch? No worries, Lightning, no worries. They must be on TikTok, are they? Yeah, no, I'm looking for somebody on Twitch right now. If you have somebody on Twitch, we'll go raid those. Let's go back to the the browsing. Sorry, Twitch was being weird. Yeah, I'm not finding them. Persona 4? Let's just go straight for Persona 4. Persona 4 Golden. 5 more games. Let's go into categories. Okay. Okay, there's a 0 there instead. Gotcha. That's probably why I couldn't find them. Persona 4. Perfect. We got them. So everybody just, like, stay in there right now. I'm just going to wait until this ad ends before we hit there. Now, where is my raid button? There it is.
How about a new career with EA Play?
Raid, search.
This is my kind of office party.
Nico the boy, we're getting ready to raid there, people.
Say less. We got you.
Just gonna close my chat right quick. Mute that for a second. So the ad should be up. There it is, and we're gonna get that raid on the go. I don't know why the raid disappeared. There it is. And I will see you guys all later on. And you guys enjoy Nico. Come on now, raid. 1 second. There we go. And let us raid Nico. Thanks everybody for stopping by. And I am gone.